I've got 6 o'clock. We'll call the regular council meeting of September 15th to order. Hastings County is situated on treaty land that is rich in indigenous history and home to many First Nation, Métis, and Inuit people. We honor their cultures and celebrate their commitment to this land. We acknowledge our shared obligation to respect, honor, and sustain these lands and the natural resources contained within. I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
I'll move.
I'll second.
All in favor? Carried. Does anyone have a disclosure of interest? None voted. Do you have any questions tonight on the agenda, Marvin?
No, I don't.
Thank you. I need a motion to adopt the minutes of a regular council meeting held on August 18th. I'll move.
I'll second.
All in favor? Carried. First item of business is the staff reports. I need a motion that the report from the Public Works Manager entitled Sterling Rail Trail Access be received, and further, the council recommends the Eastern Ontario Trails Alliance, EOTA, be consulted regarding the proposed installation of guideposts on Sterling Rail Trail 2026. And further, that the public be consulted regarding the proposed installation of guideposts on Sterling Rail Trail in 2026. And further, that the results of the consultation from both parties with recommendation for the installation of guideposts on the Sterling Rail Trail be brought forward for consideration in the 2026 budget for appropriate costs that will be determined.
I'll move. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeremy.
Discussion on that? Any questions? Very clear, we're going to put it up for public comment. To get numbers.
Yep.
Okay, all in favor? 6.2. The report from the Public Works Manager entitled Wellman's Road Bridge North installation be received, and that the installation of the Wellman's Road Bridge North be completed in 2025 to be financed in 2026 township capital budget. And we'll look at that.
I'll move.
Second,
I'll second.
you want to explain that, George, or shall we?
Sure, I did this one. So the last bridge, which will be the one that goes to the Wellness Road, is finally done. So there'd be some savings there, because they'd be loading it to bring it down where we gotta get a crane unloaded in the yard. Then eventually, when we go to put it in next year, you'd have to get another crane back and load it again, and you'd have to get a truck there and truck to take it there. So there was some savings by receiving it now, and that bridge is in tough shape.
It's probably an ideal time of the year to do it as well.
It's nice and dry, a creek.
So George, how long installation are they looking at, like time wise?
They could actually install that right now, if we were to say yes, following Thanksgiving.
Okay, so it would be done in like in a weekend type thing,
Basically 4 days.
4 days. So that's not gonna really interrupt traffic coming and going.
Well, you could shut it at Maple. Could go around one way, and then coming up, you can shut it at Kings Mill. We just have to notify the buses.
Yeah.
I just wanted to comment on the financing, because the 3 bridges, a portion of the 3 bridges when they're being purchased for 2025, we understand is that a portion of it's unfinanced, so it's going to be future financing, which could potentially be debt. And so the installation portion that we believe that was the intent, is that it would still be unfinanced as well. So that's where it's coming from. So we'll bring a more wholesome report when we bring a 2026 budget. So you'll be able to see exactly what kind of finance needs to be done for the final installation of the other 2 bridges, as well as this one. So it's just being pre-approved for that 2026 unfinanced.
Okay, so the motion is on the table to go ahead. All in favor? 6.3. That the report from the clerk entitled amendments to current procedural bylaw be received and further. The council approves the recommendations contained within this report. And further, that the new meeting format be in place for the next meeting, October 7th, 2025. And that an amended bylaw be brought forward for enactment at the October 7th, 2025 meeting. Mover for that, please.
I'll move.
Seconder,
I'll second.
you want to explain that, Shelley?
So to the clerk.
We've looked at some, I guess, efficiencies, if you will, in our meetings. And this is the idea. And change the start times, 1 to 2 council meetings a month, which allows us to bring, instead of the committee meetings where we bring our reports, then we have to wait 2 weeks for council to approve them by doing daytime council meeting. The reports will primarily still probably, if I can, get them in that meeting during the day. But instead of having to wait 2 weeks for approval, it's done the same day, just like we're doing right now. I will note that I will probably bring back, in addition to the bylaw, procedural bylaw amendments, I'll bring back our committee bylaw because it needs a revamp now because a lot of things are. They're no longer on it from when we enacted.
So if I may. So it's really just a council meeting on that Tuesday, and not a committee meeting.
Yes, we're gonna do away with the committee meeting, we'll just bring our reports through to council. You would still have the option, I might add, that if, somebody wanted to think about a report or something, we could defer till the next meeting to a decision on it, and that would still be.
If someone wants to bring something to committee, then they bring it right straight to council, and there's no committee between it, right?
And the one other item was the 5 o'clock start time for the council meetings on the second Tuesday. The council's in agreement with that. Just recommend that it start a little bit earlier in case we had staff that had to come, that we would not have to keep them quite so late to start the meeting. So council's in agreement with that.
I'm not, but
That's you're talking the third Thursday, is it? That we're starting at 5:30? Yeah.
To the chair, I guess the only concern is just, again, if members of the public do want to come, we're kind of cutting out anybody who works. Regular times.
you have to add to that. That's what we were discussing before, because we used to be 7 o'clock. So then they talked 5 at first, and we negotiated at 6, because it's kind of in between. For the reason that Caroline's talking about is that for people that might want to come. That it's 6 is a little better than 5, because a lot of people work till 5, but. It's where our senses together, so.
What did you want to vote that we keep it at 6 for now?
I would move to stay at 6 myself, but
Who moved that?
Well, I can just bring the amended bylaw. It's not in the recommendation. I can bring it.
Still active for the 7th?
So I just have to ask to be really clear. So that means no more Monday meetings, 6. Very good with that.
All in favor? Thank you.
Just wanted to double check.
Reports. That the minutes of the Lower Trent Conservation Authority meeting held on July 10th be received. Move for that, please.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Really don't have anything to add. I think that the minutes are quite clear. All in favor? Carried. That the media release from the Quinte Conservation Authority regarding the low water level 3. You can see.
Second.
All in favor? Media release from Crow Valley Conservation Authority regarding low water level 3. You received.
I'll move.
Second. All in favor? I believe Trent is also, Trent Conservation is also level 3 at this point. It's quite severe. 7.4. The minutes from the Eastern Ontario Trails Alliance Board meeting held on June 12th, 2025, be received.
I'll move.
I'll second it.
Anything you want to add to that?
Well, the minutes are pretty they do give you lots of information. And then as well as this, and this minutes includes, what the actual, that event that we held in the Big Ride, what money it does bring to the area.
The Rock and the Trail.
Yes, shows you all the different areas that the funds, are made, like all the different resorts and accommodations that did, there was 1,000 lights in that, on that trail ride that day, so it helped the whole area around, so. And it's coming again next year, so, it'll, and every town they went in and took a, here we had, they're stopping at the Legion and that. And then up in Marmer, a lot of people took time to go to mines and stuff, so it does help out the area, and there's a little study at the end of this. Explaining that she filled out, but except like, where all the money. Or what it's helped in the community, not just about having it's about bringing tourism to the area. As well as not to have a big event for fun.
All in favor? That was very well organized, well run on that. 7.5, the minutes of the Central Hastings Support Network Board meeting held on June 17th, 2025, be received.
I'll move.
Second them.
All in favor? I believe it's this week they're having their EGM as well. 7.6, the EOWC newsletter for August 2025 be received.
I'll move.
I'll second it.
All in favor? They've been a very busy organization this year. But the news from the community archives for September 2025 be received. For that, please.
I'll move.
Second.
All in favor? There's no notices of motion at this time. All right, at this time, I need a motion that pursuant to section 239(2)(b)(d) and E of the Municipal Act 2001, do now convene in a closed session at 6:12 p.m. to address the following items: litigation or potential litigation, report from CAO, personal matters about an identified individual, reports, personal matters again, and regulations. All in favor? Or I need mover.
I'll move.
Second.
Second.
Okay, not in favor.